The Radial Sonic Runway is a corridor of LEDs nearly 1,000 feet long, synchronized with the speed of sound. Sometimes an idea gets stuck in your head. And the idea for the Sonic Runway, honestly, it's been an idea that's been stuck in my head for over 20 years now. It started in 2002. We were at Burning Man and we saw this woman riding by on her bike. She dropped her bike and she started dancing, and she was clearly in the beat, but she was noticeably behind the beat. Like, she was a great dancer, but we're like, man, she's off beat, what's going on? And all of a sudden there was this sense of like, oh, I get it. It's because the sound waves are rippling out and they're taking a while to reach her. So we had this idea, let's try to figure out how to visualize the speed of sound. We set up 16 strobe lights spread over 1,000 feet, and we made it so every thump of the music would trigger this streak of light going out into the desert. In 2016, we brought out a whole new version, this time a series of hoops lined with addressable LEDs. Now, instead of just the thump, we could listen for different frequencies and different patterns in the music and make a much more elaborate visualization. Even in 2016, though, I remember thinking like, you know, if you really want to do it right, like, it would be cool if the thing could actually like pulse and ripple and come to life. This year, we're literally adding another dimension. The LEDs are going to be arranged in a series of spokes. That really gives us a whole nother dimension to play with that we've never been able to play with before. I know I'm fresh. We've been thinking about building this version for a long time, but I was like, no, that's too hard, that's impossible. And we spent like 4 years figuring out all the connectors and figuring out like, how are we gonna plug it in and how is it gonna attach and like how much power is it gonna take and like what's the UL and how is it gonna be waterproof and like 1,000 things that you have to figure out in order to make a project like this possible. And now we're here. We are ready to actually build the project that we've been thinking about building and realize what I think is maybe going to be the kind of final iteration of this concept. We were honored to receive an Honoraria grant from Burning Man this year, but the truth is that's only going to cover a fraction of the cost. Our team is also taking the proceeds that we've gathered from touring the Sonic Runway around the world, and we're pouring that back into building this project as our gift to Burning Man and to the community. But to get us all the way across the finish line, we're going to need support from you. That's why we're reaching out and asking for your support to help fund this iteration of the Sonic Runway. Thank you.